season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Second down now. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on second down. Wilson flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
22-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
No gain on
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Ravens, nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
The 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score Saints 7, Ravens nothing.
They'll run it with Kamara into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
The score is Saints 14, Ravens 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Wilson's pass.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his man in stride, completed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Give it here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Time as he's taken down right around the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And it's 3rd.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At their own 26-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. First down, Stafford here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Malik Harrison. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Down there, open, it's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Saints 21, Ravens nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That'll end the clock, 2nd quarter. Why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On 1st down at Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. The 20. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. They start the second half with Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Kamara. And will be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd and a couple, Stafford. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. Will find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion, it felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 35, Ravens 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
And the Raven first down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a handoff looking right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they give this time to the tailback. Finding room to the 20. And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here we go on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner, pound away, and try and finish off a game.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
23-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Gain on the play.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
First down, Baltimore.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. In for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the pursuit. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, past the 20. Bring it! And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 81 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
His kick is no.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He'll buy some time right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. He's going to walk one deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
At the 26-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
First down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This time Wilson will throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On the left side, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the